Hi, and welcome to English channel. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
1. Opening Jason's morning. Jason Miller wakes up at 6:50 a.m., 7 minutes before his alarm rings. His eyes open slowly, and he looks at the ceiling. He knows this feeling very well. He has felt it almost every morning for many years. Jason has worked at the same insurance company in Chicago for 11 years. His job is customer support. It is stable. He gets paid on time. He has health insurance and other benefits. Many people say he is lucky. Jason also tells himself this. But inside, he feels tired. His body feels heavy, even after sleep. His mind feels empty. As he lies in bed, Jason feels something is missing, but he does not know what it is. 2. A good salary, but no money left. Jason's salary is not low. In fact, he earns more money than his parents did when they were his age. When Jason was a child, his family was careful with money. They did not travel much, and they saved when they could. Now Jason has a better job and a higher income. On paper, his life looks successful. But at the end of every month, Jason checks his bank account and feels the same shock. The number is very small. Sometimes it is almost zero. His salary comes in, and then it disappears. Rent, food, gas, insurance, and other bills take it away quickly. Jason does not buy expensive things, but he is always paying for something. Late at night, he sits on his couch and looks at his phone. He opens his banking app again and again. One question stays in his mind. Why am I always broke? Jason works hard and earns good money, but he never feels safe or relaxed. 3. Emily, Jason's co-worker and the fragmented money. Emily Carter is 33 years old. She works as an HR coordinator at a medium-sized company. Emily is organized, friendly, and good at her job. Every 2 weeks, her salary arrives in her bank account. For a short moment, she feels calm. The number looks good. She tells herself that she is doing fine. But that feeling does not last long. Almost as soon as the money comes in, it starts to leave. First, the rent is paid. It is the biggest bill, and it takes a large part of her paycheck. Next, she buys groceries for the week. She tries to be careful, but food is expensive. Then there is her car payment. She needs her car to go to work, so this bill is not a choice. After that come the smaller bills: phone, internet, and a few subscriptions she forgot to cancel. Emily does not feel poor. She has an apartment. She has a car. She can eat out sometimes. But when she looks at her account near the end of the 2 weeks, the balance is very low. Sometimes there is only a few dollars left. She feels confused, not angry. The money did not leave all at once. It went out in small pieces, little by little. Because of this, Emily never feels the loss clearly. She feels comfortable, but not secure. She is working, paying, and repeating the same cycle again and again, without building anything for the future. 4. The illusion of stability, the first trap. Emily's life looks good from the outside. She lives in a clean apartment in a safe area. She has her own car, and it starts every morning. She can buy coffee on the way to work and order food when she is too tired to cook. When people ask her how she is doing, Emily smiles and says, "I'm doing well." And she believes it. Emily feels stable. She is not worried about losing her job tomorrow. She pays her bills on time. She feels like an adult who has everything under control. This feeling is comfortable. It helps her relax, but it also hides a quiet problem. Emily does not save money. She tells herself she will start next month, but every month looks the same. After rent, food, gas, and bills, there is almost nothing left. She does not feel poor, so she does not feel urgent. The system gives her just enough comfort to stop her from asking deeper questions. Emily has a lifestyle. She does not have wealth. Her money supports her daily life, but it does not build her future. If something unexpected happens, like losing her job or getting sick, she has no real protection. The stability she feels is an illusion. It is calm, but it is fragile. This is the first trap. It makes people feel safe, while slowly keeping them stuck. 5. The second trap, lifestyle inflation. Jason falls into the second trap without noticing. One year, his manager calls him into the office and tells him he is getting a raise. Jason feels proud and relieved. He works hard, and this feels like progress. With more money, life should feel easier. At first, it does. Jason moves into a nicer apartment. It has more space and better light. The rent is higher, but he can afford it now. A few months later, he buys a better car. The old one had problems, and this new one feels like a reward. Then he starts taking vacations more often. Not luxury trips, just short trips to relax. Slowly, Jason's spending grows with his salary. Each choice feels reasonable. Each one feels like an improvement. But together, they change everything. His monthly costs rise. His savings do not grow. When his paycheck comes, it already has a job to do. Jason does not feel richer. He feels busier. He needs his job more than before. If he loses it, his new lifestyle will fall apart. The raise did not give him freedom. It tightened the trap. This is lifestyle inflation. As income goes up, expenses follow. The system does not force it. It simply offers comfort, and people accept it. Jason and Emily are not careless. They are normal, and that is why the traps work so well. 6. Golden handcuffs. Afraid to quit. Jason does not hate his job, but he does not love it. Every day feels the same. He answers calls, solves small problems, and follows rules. His work is not difficult, but it is tiring. At the end of the day, Jason feels empty. He often thinks about doing something else. Sometimes he imagines quitting and starting fresh. But Jason never does it. He cannot. Every month his salary arrives, and every month it disappears. Rent takes the biggest part. Then come the bills: electricity, water, internet, phone. Health insurance is also expensive, but he needs it. If Jason quits his job, he loses that insurance. The idea scares him. One medical problem could ruin everything. Because of these costs, Jason feels trapped. His job gives him money, but it also controls him. He cannot take long breaks. He cannot take risks. He cannot say no to work he does not enjoy. The salary feels safe, but it also feels heavy. It is like a pair of golden handcuffs. They look nice, but they still lock his hands. Jason tells himself he is responsible. He tells himself this is what adults do. But late at night, he feels nervous. He knows that if the paycheck stops, his life will fall apart quickly. This fear keeps him in place. It keeps him quiet. The job does not give him freedom. It takes it away slowly and politely. 7. The side story. Mark, a high earner with high stress. Mark Thompson is a sales manager at a large company. He earns a 6-figure salary. Many people think Mark is very successful. He has a big house in the suburbs. He drives a nice car. His life looks impressive from the outside. But Mark feels stressed all the time. Mark has a mortgage on his house. He also has 2 car loans, one for him and one for his wife. His children go to a private school, and the tuition is high. Every month, a large part of his salary is already promised to someone else. The bank, the car company, the school. One year, Mark gets a raise. His salary goes up again. His co-workers congratulate him. Mark smiles, but inside he feels tired. He hopes the raise will help him relax. He hopes it will reduce his stress. It does not. Soon after, his expenses rise. His property taxes increase. One car needs repairs. His children need new things for school. The extra money disappears. Mark feels the same pressure as before, maybe even more. Mark works long hours because he has no choice. He cannot imagine losing his job. If that happens, everything will collapse. His high salary does not protect him. It depends on him working all the time. Just like Jason, Mark is trapped. The trap looks different, but it works the same way. Mark and Jason are at different levels, but they share the same problem. Their income is high enough to live comfortably, but not free enough to stop. Their money supports their lifestyle, not their future. They are running fast, but not moving forward. This is why the golden handcuffs are so powerful. They do not hurt. They shine. They make people feel successful while quietly taking away their choices. 8. The scary truth, paycheck to paycheck. One quiet evening, Jason sits alone in his apartment. The TV is on, but he is not really watching it. His phone is in his hand. He opens his banking app and looks at the numbers. He tries to be honest with himself. He asks a simple but scary question. What if I quit my job today? Jason starts counting in his head. He thinks about his rent. He thinks about his bills. He thinks about food, gas, and insurance. The answer comes quickly, and he does not like it. Without his job, Jason could survive for only a few weeks, maybe 1 month if he is very careful. After that, everything would fall apart. This realization hits him hard. Jason works full-time. He earns a decent salary, but his life is built on one thing: the next paycheck. If it stops, so does his sense of safety. He feels a tight feeling in his chest. He always thought he was secure. Now, he understands the truth. This is not security. Security is not working every day and hoping nothing goes wrong. Security is not depending on one job to survive. What Jason has is a routine, not protection. It is a system that looks stable, but breaks very easily. The fear he feels is quiet, but it is always there. It keeps him careful. It keeps him obedient. It keeps him from changing his life. 9. Awakening new questions. After that night, something changes in Jason's mind. He does not quit his job. He does not make any big decisions. But he starts thinking differently. Before, Jason always asked the same question: how do I earn more money? He thought a raise or a promotion would fix everything. More income felt like the answer. Now he asks a new question: why does my money leave so fast? This question feels uncomfortable, but it is honest. Jason looks at his spending more closely. He sees patterns he did not notice before. The problem is not only how much he earns. The problem is how his money is designed to disappear. Jason begins to see the system around him. He sees how rent, bills, and lifestyle grow together. He sees how comfort keeps people calm, but dependent. He understands that many people around him are in the same situation, even those who earn more. This new awareness is quiet, but powerful. Jason feels less confused and more curious. For the first time in a long time, he feels a small sense of control. He realizes that freedom does not start with more money. It starts with better questions. 10. A different path, keeping the gap. Jason does not change his life overnight. He still goes to work every morning. He still answers calls and follows schedules. But inside, his thinking is different now. He knows that the real problem is not his job. The problem is the small gap between what he earns and what he spends. Jason starts with simple steps. First, he learns to spend less than he earns. This sounds easy, but it is not. He looks at his monthly expenses and asks hard questions. Do I really need this? Can I live without it? He cancels small subscriptions and eats at home more often. These changes are not dramatic, but they matter. Next, Jason builds an emergency fund. At first, the amount is small. He saves a little from each paycheck before he spends anything. This money is not for fun or shopping. It is for safety. Slowly, the number grows. For the first time, Jason feels a new kind of calm. It is not comfort. It is control. Then Jason learns a new idea. Buy assets, not more bills. Before, extra money meant a nicer apartment or a better car. Now he thinks differently. He focuses on saving and investing instead of adding new monthly payments. He understands that assets help him in the future, while bills only take money away. Jason is not rich. He is not free yet, but something important has changed. He now has options. He knows that every dollar has a job, and he gets to choose that job. 11. Conclusion: comfort is not freedom. Jason still works at the same company. His job has not changed, but he has. He is no longer afraid in the same way. He knows that fear comes from dependence, and dependence comes from having no space between income and expenses. Comfort feels nice, but it is not freedom. A comfortable life can still be a cage. Freedom begins when you can say no, when you can pause, when you can choose. Jason understands this now. He does not chase a bigger salary anymore. He chases stability that comes from within. Awareness has given him power. He sees the system clearly, and because of that, the system has less control over him. Jason's story is not special. It is common, and that is why it matters. 5 lessons from Jason's story. A good salary does not mean security. True security comes from savings and choices, not from one paycheck. Spending grows easily, but freedom does not. If expenses grow with income, stress stays the same. Comfort can hide danger. A comfortable life can stop you from seeing real problems. The gap between income and expenses is power. The bigger the gap, the more control you have over your life. Awareness is the first step to freedom. When you see the system clearly, you can start to change it.
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.